Welcome to episode 5 of our Koh Samui story. Here we show you around Chaweng Noi, the madness of Chaweng, and where you can spend some time with elephants in a very ethical and responsible way. So we left you last time telling you a little bit. We've moved north to Chaweng Noi, to Baan Sukreep. So we're here today to tell you a little bit more about this area and about Chaweng, and also our visit to the elephant sanctuary. So we'll start off with Chaweng. Where we are right now in Baan Sukreep is a lovely quiet resort, halfway between, well, closer to Chaweng actually than Lamai. It's about 10 minutes in the taxi to Chaweng, would you say?
The thing about Chaweng is it's a one-way system. So to get a taxi, it is only about 10 minutes, but depending on where you want to be dropped off, you will have to go sort of all around your hat to get back down in. So our little taxi tip for today is always asked to be dropped at the bottom of Chaweng at the hotel, which
Centauro Grand is a good spot, but it's a bit of a 20-minute walk, possibly.
But then you get to walk into Chaweng, and you get to see all the little bars, and you get to see it gradually building up into the busyness that is the centre. You do, and if you don't want to do that, you can just pay that little bit extra, which isn't loads, is it? Oh no, and you go up around the lake, and the Hard Rock Cafe and Hooters. That spot there is good to be dropped off there because you're right and bang in the centre, which we'll talk a little bit about now, isn't it? So Chaweng is the busiest part of Koh Samui. It's the party part that's just banging really till 6 in the morning. It's got some lovely little restaurants you can find, but it has got a lot of, it's very commercial, isn't it? Yeah. It's very busy, it's very commercial, quite rough around the edges, full of a lot of younger tourists that are just out to party. However, we have enjoyed a night out in Chaweng, haven't we? About 4 nights we've had out, and it's been great fun. You do get your Hooters and your Hard Rock, which are more expensive than your Thai bars, but you do get some Thai bars that are quite reasonable too, don't you? Yeah, no, you can get, there's plenty of places you'll get a beer for 60 baht, 70 baht. You go into like the Hard Rock, it's...
Silly.
There was a glass of wine in there, a New Zealand Marlborough wine, and it
£7.
No, it wasn't £7. It was £12.
Oh yeah, that was Hard Rock. In Hooters, it's about £7. So, but just we have the local Sang-som and Diet Coke, or Hooters does have some offers on. So Hooters is always quite a good one. Yeah. We've had free margaritas for all the ladies one night, and last night it was buy one can get one free. So that's a good place to start, and you can walk either way and find the bars. There's all the Green Mango, I don't know if you've heard of Green Mango, but quite a famous sort of nightclub disco open air that's down one of the soys, which is good fun, isn't it? Yeah. Surrounded by a lot of the girly bars, which can be a little bit intimidating when you first walk down there because everyone's shouting at you to go in, but actually it's absolutely fine, no problem at all. And there's a little bar called the Viking Bar just on the left, just before you get to Green Mango, and that is a great spot. Lovely people in there, aren't they? And if you don't feel you want to go into the busier bars, you can just sit there on the periphery and watch the world go by, which we've done a couple of times, haven't we? And we've had some fun there. So Chaweng is really good for a night out. We've used our Navigo, which we've explained, and we will be doing a separate video about that. And that's just like an Uber for Koh Samui, and that's been really easy to get in and out and really reasonable. It's cost us what? 4 of us in a taxi, it costs us about £1 each. And when there's more, it's even less, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
So that's been really helpful to get in and out of Chaweng. We've had enough of Chaweng now, haven't we, really? We had 4 mad nights there in the early hours. We keep missing breakfast again. We're getting to... aren't we getting too many late nights? But tonight is not, but we'll tell you about that later on. The other thing that we've done whilst we're here is visited the Samui Elephant Sanctuary, which we wanted to do because we visited the Elephant Sanctuary in Chiang Mai a few years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and had an incredible time. And we're very conscious when we travel that we want to travel responsibly and ethically. And there's so many bad trekking parks and tourist attractions in Koh Samui that we wouldn't recommend because it's all abusing the animals. And the reason we wanted to visit this one is it's aligned with the one in Chiang Mai, which is a totally ethical sanctuary that's looking after all the elephants that have actually been abused from the trekking, from the logging industry, and from being used in the circus. So they go there to have a happier life. And we wanted to go there and support that cause because we think it's so important. There's so many people that still think it's okay to ride elephants. It's not. It's really not. So we really believe that going to have this project which wasn't cheap, was it? It was 3,000 baht, so that's 75 pen a person for an afternoon. But it was an incredible educational experience that we took our friends with, and that we just had such a fab time, didn't we?
It is brilliant. And just to go back on what Carole said about the elephants, when they outlive their usefulness for the circus or for pulling logs through the forest, or standing on their back legs for people, or painting, or carrying people around trekking sites, what the elephant sanctuaries will do is, even though they've got no usefulness for the people that own them, they still have to buy them off their owners, and then they can bring them to the sanctuary on the Koh Samui. I mean, they've only got 5 or 6 elephants, and I think 3 or 4 of them came actually from one of the trekking places in Koh Samui. So, but it's, obviously it's a completely ran by volunteers. It's funded pure. There's no government funding. It's purely by what you pay to go in to see them. It cost, I think they said it was 4,000 baht a day to feed each elephant.
Yeah, and they eat a lot, don't they?
They eat half a ton.
Half a ton of food each. So, but anyway, going back to that sanctuary, it was a great half day and educates you a bit what the elephants have gone through and how they get there. And they would get more elephants there and younger elephants there if they were able to afford to do so. So we wanted to support the project. Cut a very long story short, we will be doing a separate post on this and a video, but we arrived there promptly, didn't they? Got picked up, no problem. Arrived there, lovely group of staff with Smile, who you had a great banter with, taking the mick out all the time. And they provide you with refreshments, a big bag of bananas. They teach you how to behave around all the elephants so that you're safe, and how to respect the elephants. And then you go around the sanctuary and you meet all the elephants and you hear their stories, and they're so sad, isn't it? You see all the scars on their ears from the bull hooks and the chains from around their legs, and it's just so lovely to see at last that they're having a really happy life, and they just seem so contented, didn't they? And well looked after in an environment where they can just do what they want to do. So the Samui Elephant Sanctuary is definitely something you should consider if you want to get close to the elephants in a safe and a responsible way. Do not go to the trekking parks, which is by the waterfalls, etc., isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that's our episode 5. We're our last day in Baan Sukreep, which has been a great resort to stay in. Walking distance of Chaweng Noi beach, which we mentioned previously. We're off. We've had some birthday celebrations when we've been here, which was Al's when we've done the elephant trekking, and tonight it's Norm's, and we're off to the beach for a lovely seafood meal. So, and tomorrow we're moving up to by Bug Buddha, north of the island, for our last 3 nights.
Yeah,
no, boo, yeah. So our last 3 nights, so we're going to take you and show you around the north of the island, which we do know sort of, but we're staying in a different place we've never stayed before. So we're looking forward to that too. So thanks again for watching episode 5. There's nothing else you wanted to add?
Well, just obviously we will be giving you some, because there's 14 or 15 of us staying in, we've got lots of different rooms, so obviously we will be doing probably 3, maybe 4 different room tours as well, which you'll be able to get at a later date.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so
lovely. So thanks again for watching, and we'll be back with you for episode 6.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Take care. So thanks again for watching. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you can get more videos from Paul and Carole Love to Travel.